All right, what's up, corporate team? So I'm going to be talking to you guys about the PM tool today, which is our project management tool. Um, so for Ezra and Simeon, you'll just be seeing updates. I'll be updating you on the changes made to this because this is PM like 2.0, I think. And Isaiah, this will just be understanding initially, what PM is. So there's two parts to this. I'm going to talk to you guys about the collaboration side of PM, and then I'm going to be talking to you guys about the actual functionality of PM. All right. So first, I'm going to talk to you guys about collaboration. But of course, you can reference here as far as functionality. This is our about page. You can reference here for if you forget certain things like their roles, their reasons for existing certain things within this tool. There's an about page here that'll give you descriptions and then links to each thing. So always reference back to this if you need help. But like I said, so we'll start with collaboration. So there's two pieces to the collaboration here. There's the collaboration folder, evidently, and then the GPS. So the GPS is a new addition to PM. It stands for goals, projects, and strategies. But we'll get into that in a second. So we have collaboration. This is just the collaboration feed. All right. So this is basically almost like a group chat for our corporate team. So we can come in here and talk about whatever we need to do. We can tag people, share notes, we can share whatever we want, and talk about upcoming meetings. We can talk about the projects, talk about tasks, but this is a good way to keep each other updated on things day to day. Underneath here, this isn't too important to be explained right now. This is just our quality Marco Polo. So this is just almost a reminder of what quality communication and collaboration will require moving forward as a team. Things that we need to be doing on a day-to-day basis in order to just be doing our due diligence as a well-communicating team. But again, this will be explained more on our meeting, so I won't get too into that at the moment, but it's just there as a reference. So that's the collaboration feed and QMP. And then next we have the GPS folder. So this is our goals page. This is where we keep each other updated on our goals. You can just come back here as a reference again, just to remind ourselves of our goals, why we exist and what we're going after. And then each of these, so we have goals, and then we have strategies to achieve those goals, and then we have projects built under those strategies to work towards that goal. So here there will be a list of the goals and then the strategies that fall under those goals. And so you can see that by the links here. So train 1,000 leaders. That's one of our goals, and then the strategies that support that that go after that goal are here in these links. They're also right here in the same folder, but for easy navigation and connection, they're right here as well. So each of these strategies have a page just to help with understanding of what the strategy is, why we do it, and keep the list going of what projects fall under this strategy. So at the top of each of these strategy pages, it'll show you, what goal this is connected to, and then how it fits into the criteria. That goal fits into the criteria of the smarter goals. Just as a reminder of, where this fits into the whole grand scheme of things. There will be a PV for the strategy, like why we do this, and then a limiting belief and belief. So we'll talk more about this on our meeting, like we'll fill these out, but really what this is, when we read this PV, sometimes there's things that we're just not sure about. Maybe there's doubts, maybe there's not, just disbelief. And so we just want to put that out there, put that out on the table, and be upfront about it. This is something that I'm doubtful about, in this strategy, that I don't know if that's really possible. But we're not a team of disbelief. We don't believe in that. We don't believe in disbelief. We're a team, our DNA is full of belief. And so, we believe that this here, a limiting belief, is just going to be a lie. We want to push the boundaries. So we want to put the lie up there and just be upfront about it. But then we also want to just counteract it with the truth, and the real belief there that we can hang on to as well. So we will spend time on Sunday placing limiting beliefs and then beliefs in there for each strategy. So the strategy is there, limiting belief and belief, and then under each strategy there will be a list of projects. Again, it will give you the name of the project. There will be a countdown for certain projects, as far as when those projects are set to be done. And then there will be some information under there, as far as maybe like PV, and just certain notes there. So that's it for the collaboration side of PM here. You have the GPS and then the collaboration. And then now let's get into functionality. So the flow of the PM tool really starts with the collection box. So this is where you collect new projects ideas, new tasks to go into projects, and then someday maybes. So I mean, Isaiah is someday maybes. This is really just like things that we're not sure if we're ready to start this. We're not sure if we want to start this, if this fits into our PV. We're not sure about this idea yet, so we're just going to hang on to it so that we can keep an eye on it until we decide if we want to move forward with it. So you would collect a project. From here you just click that button and put the name of the project, and then a purpose and vision. Why we would do this project and what it would look like. And then after you collect a project, you would go down to project views. So now project views, there's a list of inactive, active, and then a running Gantt chart of projects. But let's start with inactive. So after you collect a project, it'll go straight here. All right. So you'll see the name of the project. You'll see the purpose and vision. And then, if there's no purpose and vision, this will show up in red. And there won't be any option to press these buttons here until you fill that out, because it's such a necessity for us to have clarity on, why this project exists before we're able to even add a task or activate this project. So underneath this table, there's a brainstorm area, place for you to just type notes and brainstorm, what we need for this project, tasks, anything. And then you can begin to add tasks here with this button. And then after you add tasks, you can activate this project, and it will leave here. After it leaves here, you can see a running list of our active projects and their PVs in the archive. So under project PVs, we can rank this, add notes, and then discontinue it when it's finished. But you can also see all the tasks that fall under each project. So right now we just have the EveryThought literacy pre-project here. And so this is all of the tasks that fall under that one project. And then the Gantt is just a time-charted view of all the tasks in this project. So let's go back to active and talk about certain things there. So you have the project name here, the task here, this is where we assign people to do each task. Then you have a duration, which I'll talk about in a second. A due date, so we want to be staying on top of setting due dates to keep on that sense of urgency to complete these tasks. Status, this is a new update to the PM area, as well as duration. But status, this is where you set, is this task in progress? Is it not started? and or is it paused? Is it something that I needed to do other things? Other things had priority over this. Next task. This is just things that don't have a date, or they're next in line to be done in this project. And then obviously the button to just complete the task. So let's talk about duration here. This is a new concept in PM, and so if I have a task and I know that it's going to take me a couple days, I can't just get this task done on the day it's due. I need to put in some prep work beforehand. You set the duration, so it's say it takes me 2 days to get this task done. I'd set the duration to 2, and then when you come down to task views, you can go to ready to start, and all of the tasks that show up here, they will show up when they are ready to start, meaning they have hit that point where you said, okay, this is due in 3 days, and I gave myself 3 days to work on it. So once it hits that range, it'll show up here to remind you, okay, you need to start working on this to make sure it's going to be ready and finished on the actual due date. So for example, let's go back to so make video for PM Clarity. So this was a task that's technically due for Friday. Today's Thursday. I gave myself 4 days because I had to clean up PM, the about page. I had to clean up certain things on there. I had to write down a script, and just not really a script, but understand what I was going to say. But there was just some prep work there. I knew it wasn't something I really wanted to just try and get done on the day of. So I said, I'm going to give myself 4 days. And so 4 days out from when it was due, it shows up in here to remind me, okay, I can start working on this. And so that's the concept there with any task that you set a duration on. All right. And then so that is ready to start. You can select the status there between not started, in progress, or paused. Then you have coming up. This is where you will see things things just for their due date. You won't see their duration. They won't show it early. This is just where you go to check up on due dates. So really, this is like when you want to see what's due today, this is what you go check. Instead of ready to start, you want to see what you have to get finished today. So you check here. Nothing's due today. You can see what's due the next 7 days and what day they're due on, and then also the next 30 days, just to keep yourself informed. And then you have next task. These are things that if you have extra time, you want to get some more tasks done, you can come in here and finish these out. These are things that didn't have a date, or they were just next in line to be done in the project. Then you have a series of things in the archive here. This is where you find the someday maybe, a list of things here. So you can add a project from this. You can add a task from this after maybe after we've talked about it, or you can just delete it. Finished projects are here, so we can start to rank them. It's just an archive of all of the projects we've finished. And then completed tasks, just an archive of all the tasks we've done in each project. Collaboration notes, this is where we'll see past notes from the collaboration feed. Hedgehog, we will talk more about this on our meeting, but this is about, we've been collaborating on this up until now as well. And then the setup, this is really for setting statuses that in progress, paused, or not started. And then strategies, just to further organize and structure our projects based on what strategy they fall under. So all the strategies we talked about before, we would fill them out here, so that we can group them together and make more sense of it. So that's PM. I hope this makes sense. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys more about this. But yeah, shout out to corporate team, Ezra, Izzy, and the boy Simeon. So I'll talk to y'all later.